Imagine your brain were a thermostat, not for temperature, for money. For most people, this thermostat is stuck just above survival level. Not rich, not completely broke. Just enough to keep you from freezing, but never enough to wake up and feel warm. And every time you try to turn the dial higher, a new project, an investment, a risk, something inside your head grabs the dial and rips it back down to 13 degrees. This isn't a motivational metaphor. This is neuroscience. The difference between people who grow financially and those who stagnate isn't IQ. It isn't work ethic. It isn't luck. It's how their brain responds to uncertainty. And here's the problem. You've been trained to seek what feels safe. Your brain was programmed for it, not by you, by your biology, and by a system that knows exactly how to exploit that biology. You work hard. You put in overtime. You save where you can. And yet, the big financial breakthroughs others seem to achieve effortlessly never arrive for you. The reason isn't in your bank account. It's in your nervous system. In this video, I'm going to show you the neurological mechanisms keeping you financially trapped in your comfort zone and how to rewire them. Deep in your temporal lobe sits an almond-shaped structure, the amygdala. Its job, detect fear and sound the alarm immediately. The problem, your amygdala doesn't distinguish between a saber-toothed tiger and a risky financial decision. Both get classified as threat. Both trigger the same cascade. Cortisol floods your system. Your heart rate spikes. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that thinks logically, gets shut down. A 2012 Stanford University study showed that merely anticipating financial uncertainty activates the amygdala as intensely as a physical threat. Your brain treats, what if I lose money, the same as, what if I fall off this cliff? And here's where it gets insidious. The more you give in to that fear, the more you retreat back into the comfort zone, the stronger that neural connection becomes. Your brain builds a highway out of fear. When your brain is at rest, it activates something called the default mode network, a system engaged with self-reflection, daydreaming, and replaying familiar thought loops. The DMN isn't neutral. It reinforces whatever is already there. Every time you walk a familiar financial path, same job, same savings rate, same avoidance of risk, your DMN consolidates those patterns. You're not just staying the same, you're neurologically shrinking. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman describes it this way: comfort is not rest, comfort is consolidation. Your reward system, driven by dopamine, favors small, immediate rewards over large, uncertain ones. Behavioral economists call this temporal discounting. When you're faced with a choice, 1 hour of Netflix, guaranteed dopamine hit right now, or 1 hour building your business, dopamine hit maybe in months, your brain almost always picks the first option. Not because you're lazy, because your neurochemistry is wired for instant gratification. That's the old programming. Now let's look at who benefits from it. In 1903, John D. Rockefeller founded the General Education Board. His stated goal, in his own words, a nation of people who can read and write but not think. Workers who do what they're told, no dreamers, no rebels. The American school system, and in modified form nearly every Western system, was not built to produce entrepreneurs. It was built to produce people whose amygdala fires at uncertainty and who flee back into the safe framework. School bell, timetable, exam, rewarded for compliance, not for risk. Elmer Davis and the Safe Path. During World War II, Elmer Davis led the Office of War Information. His propaganda strategy: romanticize the safe path. College, job, mortgage, pension. The promise of stability. Exactly what an overactive amygdala wants to hear. And it worked. Generations grew up with the belief, security is the highest good. Risk is dangerous. Comfort is desirable. The consumer industry and your dopamine system. In parallel, the consumer industry perfected the dopamine short circuit. Advertising promising instant gratification. Credit cards decoupling reward from payment. Algorithms hijacking your reward system. You weren't born lazy. You were socialized into a system that weaponizes your own brain mechanisms against you. So what separates people who grow from people who stagnate? Let's look at the 4 neurological prisons. 1. Loss aversion. Why losing $100 hurts more than gaining $200 feels good. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proved it. Losses hurt roughly twice as much as equivalent gains feel rewarding. Neurologically, that means your amygdala fires more intensely at a $100 loss than your nucleus accumbens rewards a $100 gain. For your finances, you sit on cash because investing feels riskier than the inflation silently eroding your money every day. Your brain doesn't register the quiet, invisible erosion as a threat, only the visible, possible loss. 2. Cognitive ease. Why you believe familiar nonsense. Your brain loves familiarity. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman calls this cognitive ease. What feels familiar feels true. What's new and unfamiliar triggers skepticism, even when it's objectively better. That's why you stay in the job you know, even though it underpays you. That's why you don't invest, even though you rationally know you should. Your brain prioritizes familiarity over returns. 3. Scarcity mindset. Why financial shortage lowers your IQ. A study by Sendil Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir, published in Science 2013, showed people under financial scarcity lose an average of 13 IQ points on cognitive tests. That's equivalent to a night of heavy drinking or the effect of chronic sleep deprivation. Financial stress hijacks your prefrontal cortex. You make worse decisions, you miss opportunities, and the cycle reinforces itself. 4. Learned helplessness. When your brain gives up before you do. Martin Seligman's classic experiment. Dogs repeatedly exposed to inescapable electric shocks stopped trying to escape, even when the exit was right in front of them. They had learned that effort was pointless. If you failed 3 times at a business, if your investments crashed, if the raise never came, your brain learns, don't try. Hope hurts when it dies. So what separates people who grow from people who stagnate? Not IQ, not background, not luck. A 2024 University of Cambridge study scanned the brains of serial entrepreneurs and compared them to employees. The result, the entrepreneur's amygdala reacted significantly less to financial uncertainty. They didn't have less fear. They had learned to regulate the fear. And here's the good news. You can do that too. The principle of neuroplasticity. Your brain is not a hardwired computer. It's a living organ, constantly remodeling itself. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Donald Hebb, 1949. That means every time you leave comfort and step into uncertainty, even for minutes, you're building new neural pathways. You're training your amygdala to tolerate uncertainty. You're strengthening your prefrontal cortex, which makes rational decisions while the fear is raging. The wealthy weren't born different. They built different neural highways. Principle 1, micro discomfort, the small uncertainty principle. Your amygdala doesn't learn through understanding. It learns through experience. You can read 100 books about risk. Your brain won't change. You have to experience uncertainty. Start microscopically. Say no to a social obligation that gives you nothing. Invest $10 in a cryptocurrency just to feel what volatility feels like. Talk to a stranger. Walk for 30 minutes without your phone. Every small act of uncertainty is a rep in your neural gym. Your amygdala learns, oh, I didn't die, okay. Principle 2, the 50-30-20 dopamine recalibration plan. Your dopamine system is trained on instant rewards. You need to repolarize it. 50% of your free time. Deliberately give your brain things whose reward is at least 24 hours in the future. Write a blog post. Build your product. Learn a skill that pays off in months. 30% of your free time. Consume things, but long things. Read a book instead of 50 TikToks. Watch a 2-hour film instead of 20 shorts. 20% of your free time. Instant gratification. Enjoy it guilt-free. Your brain needs rest. The key, shift the ratio gradually, not from 0 to 100. Principle 3, the 21-day amygdala habituation curve. Research on fear habituation shows when you repeatedly and controllably experience a fear-inducing stimulus, your amygdala fires less with each repetition. After roughly 21 days of daily exposure, the response is significantly reduced. Pick one financial uncertainty and expose yourself to it every day for 21 days. Spend 30 minutes every day on your side business, even when nothing comes of it. Make one small investment decision every day. Talk to someone about money every day. Break the taboo. After 21 days, your brain has built a new pathway. The amygdala is quieter. The prefrontal cortex is louder. Framework 1, the discomfort audit. Take 5 minutes and write down which financial situations trigger unease in you. An investment tracker showing red. A salary negotiation conversation. The decision to invest money in yourself. The feeling of not understanding something and acting anyway. This is your neurological comfort zone. Every item on this list is a neural training target. Framework 2, the $5 exposure rule. Set aside $5 every month, explicitly to do something financially uncertain, not to make a profit. To train your amygdala, buy a domain name, run a micro ad, invest in a micro asset. The amount is deliberately small, small enough that a total loss is emotionally irrelevant, but big enough to generate the feeling of, I'm acting in uncertainty. After 6 months, you'll have made dozens of small decisions under uncertainty. Your brain has learned uncertainty not equal to fatal. Framework 3, the 72-hour rule, neurological variant. The moment you have a financial idea that excites you and scares you at the same time is a critical neurological moment. Your prefrontal cortex says go. Your amygdala says stop. If you don't take physical action within 72 hours, not thinking, not planning, acting, the amygdala wins by default. The excitement fades. The fear consolidates. 72 hours, that's your window. After that, your brain rebuilds the highway back to the comfort zone. What you can expect, neurologically realistic timeline. Week 1 to 2, you'll feel uncomfortable. Your amygdala fires at every new action. That's not a setback. That's proof that neuroplasticity is working. Discomfort equals remodeling. Week 3 to 4. The first actions feel less threatening. Your DMN begins integrating new patterns. Month 2 to 3. You notice you're seeing opportunities you previously overlooked. Your prefrontal cortex is gaining ground. Month 6. The amygdala response to the specific uncertainties you trained on is significantly reduced. You act before the fear kicks in. The people who grow financially are not smarter than you. They weren't born more courageous. They don't have more luck. They've, often unconsciously, trained their amygdala to process uncertainty differently. They've built neural highways toward action, while you're still taking the highway back to safety. And every one of those highways can be rebuilt. Neuroplasticity works in both directions. The question isn't, can I do this? The question is, am I willing to feel uncomfortable every day for 21 days in order to be financially free for the rest of my life? Your brain isn't a prison, it's a thermostat, and the dial is in your hand. I'll leave you with a little challenge. For the next 21 days, do one thing every day that makes you financially uncomfortable. Then come back to this video and tell me what changed. I'd love to hear your results. And if you're interested in the psychology behind money, wealth, and human behavior, make sure you're subscribed, because your brain can either become your greatest financial asset or your biggest liability.